and what was that experience like? You know, working so closely in a production like Greenleaf.
So that was what I've learned on this. A lot of the things that have happened for me in sync in the last 3 to 5 years
Mhm.
have been really like relationship based, very serendipitous.
Okay.
Like building the networks, building the relationships, and then those relationships lead to whatever.
Mhm.
I think with libraries, I was able to be very strategic, find libraries, pitch them. Now it's kind of like, grow my network, have genuine relationships with people who work in the industry, and then kind of see where that goes, which has been very fruitful for me. So, Greenleaf, I didn't plan it. I was part of I'm still part of a writing society in Atlanta called Writing Sessions America.
Okay.
Kevin Shine
Yep.
is an executive that runs this organization, and they do writing sessions. He educates writers just about songwriting. Again, when I did it, I was kind of looking at the placement route, which is a lot of what they were focused on. Um, but I started looking at working on my own sync stuff while I was in there, but still always very active. And so they did do annual conferences where they bring in a lot of speakers. And so there is a supervisor named Karen Marie Mason. She would always speak at that conference. And I love Karen. She's just really genuine, just always giving like lots of info.
Mhm.
And she asked me to be on a panel that she was doing at the writing session conference and just talk about my sync placements. So on that panel was another brother named Matthew Head. He scored indie films,
Okay.
and he was talking about how he scores films. I was talking about how I got my sync placements, and there was some other people on the panel. But we just were meeting each other. We just kind of hit it off. Anyway, he was like, "Hey, also just got my first like major TV production role. I can't talk about it yet."
Mhm.
But I'm really excited because I've just been scoring like indie movies, but I just opportunity just came to me to actually do like a full fledged TV show. So congratulations, and moved on.
Mhm.
A week later, he calls me and says, "Hey, so I'm on this show. I kind of need a song. I know you write songs. Would you be interested in collaborating on something for the show?" I was like, "Cool." So he sends me. I still didn't know what the show was. He sends me an instrumental, and I saw enough. I peeped enough about him at that conference and knew that he was working on something cool. Didn't know what it was, but I also knew that I wanted to kind of be in relation. I wanted to impress him. I wanted to do a good job.
Right.
So when he sent me the track, he sent it to me on like a Friday. I wrote the song that night, like a 3 minute song, a ballad.
Mhm.
It was just a piano track. I wrote the song, brought in a singer, had her demo it, and I mixed her demo and had it back to him like Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. Like it was like, I was like, I'm going to turn this around and it's going to be dope.
Yeah.
And he was really impressed with that. And the song, he really liked it. He's like, oh, I think the show's going to like the song.
Mhm.
So he pitched it. He pitched it to it. Anyway, a week later, he's like, "Yo, they like the song. Actually, I'm actually, the show is Greenleaf, and it's the second season, and I'm actually got to pull the team together. So, do you do vocal production? Because I need a vocal producer on the show." And I was like, "I could do vocal. I do vocal production. I do songwriting. I do
Yeah.
the whole thing." So, writing that song turned into working on the show, doing vocal production with all the actors. I got to write original music for the show.
Mhm.
That song that I pitched to him, or the song that I did for him, that 24-hour turnaround song was used in like 5 episodes. Like
Sheesh.
it ended up being so Charity, Deborah Joy Winans character,
Mhm.
she was, her character was wanted to be an artist. So that song was like her demo song that
Mhm.
she was sitting at a piano writing. And then they had to have a version where the producer made his version. And then they had a version where there's like, they had a girl group remix it because they were going to have another artist do it. Like
I
that
remember that.
one joint turned into like so many placements
Man.
throughout the whole season. And then Jacqueline Carr
Mhm.
referenced the song on the soundtrack. Like from one random like, hey, can you write a song? Like I could not have like planned it. I couldn't have strategized it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thankful to God that it like landed like that.
Right.
So I wrote like two or three other original songs throughout the season and then got to like work with the actors, and the whole team that Matt put together was just really, really dope. Like